They walk among us every day, the quiet ones, the ones who smile politely but never quite seem to belong in the noise of the crowd. You might see them sitting alone at lunch, scrolling through their phones, pretending they're busy. But deep down, they're just hoping someone will notice. People with no friends aren't always lonely because they're unkind or strange. Sometimes it's because they feel too much, think too deeply, and the world just moves too fast for hearts like theirs. Liam was one of those people. He had spent most of his life on the sidelines, the listener, the observer, the one who helped others but was rarely asked how he was doing. He tried to fit in, to talk about the latest trends, the weekend parties, and all the meaningless things that fill the air. But every word felt like he was wearing someone else's skin. It was unnatural, exhausting. So, slowly, he stopped trying. His world shrank, not out of hate, but out of pure exhaustion. The silence of his own room became a sanctuary, safer than the noise of people who never truly saw him anyway. One evening, he was scrolling through old photos on his phone, a habit born from quiet nights. He was looking for something, anything, a memory that felt real. But as he swiped through images of birthdays, holidays, and group outings, a devastating realization hit him. He couldn't find a single picture where he looked genuinely happy, not one. His smile was always polite, a mask he wore for the camera. His eyes were always searching for something that wasn't there, a connection he desperately craved. That night, for the first time in a long time, Liam let himself cry. It was a quiet, lonely cry, but it wasn't because he was alone. It was because he finally admitted the truth to himself. He wasn't just missing friends. He was missing connection, a real, soul-deep bond that went beyond small talk. The next morning, something inside him shifted. He decided to do something small, but powerful. He left his apartment for a walk, but this time, he left his headphones behind. He wanted to hear the world, not just block it out. As he walked, he made a conscious effort to look up, not down. He smiled at strangers, a small, genuine smile this time. Most people didn't notice, but a few smiled back, and that tiny acknowledgement felt like a spark. He ended up at the park, where he saw an old man sitting on a bench surrounded by a fluttering cloud of pigeons. On any other day, Liam would have walked right past, but today was different. He sat down on the other end of the bench and just watched. After a few minutes of comfortable silence, the old man turned to him and said, "They remember me every day." That simple sentence started a conversation that lasted for hours. They spoke about everything and nothing, about youth, about fear, and about how everyone is fighting their own invisible wars. The man talked about his late wife, and Liam, to his own surprise, found himself talking about his loneliness. It wasn't a therapy session. It was just two human beings sharing their stories, without judgment or expectation. That one conversation didn't magically fix everything. Liam didn't suddenly have a dozen new friends, but it awakened something inside him. It was a powerful reminder that sometimes life doesn't give you a crowd. It gives you moments. Moments that heal. Moments that connect. Moments that remind you that you're still human and that your story matters. People like Liam, people who feel like they have no friends, aren't broken. They're often just waiting for someone who listens before they judge, waiting for someone who can appreciate the comfort of silence and doesn't always need to be entertained, waiting for someone who understands that the deepest connections are often found in the quietest places. In truth, those who have known profound loneliness often become the kindest, most empathetic souls. They know what it feels like to be unseen, so they make it a point to see others. They've felt the sting of being misunderstood, so they strive to understand. So, if you ever meet someone like Liam, the quiet one in the corner, the person eating lunch alone, try to look a little longer. Don't just glance. See. Look into their eyes. There's a whole universe hiding in there, a world of thoughts, feelings, and stories, just waiting for someone to finally take a moment and say, "I see you." You might just be the moment they've been waiting for. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that explores the deeper side of life. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care and see you next time.